on your website, remember that writing, though solitary, is also social. You're making a promise to the readers. You got to honor that promise. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean is that it's a helpful way for me, at least, to think about writing, which is that if I write something and put it out in the world, I'm asking a lot from people. So let's take a book. So I write a book, and I'm saying to people out there, you know what? The $20 that you spend on this book is better than $20 you would spend on anything else. Don't give that $20 to charity. Give it to the bookstore so you can buy my book. Don't go spend it on groceries. Don't buy yourself, a ticket to a movie or whatever, whatever. The $20, the highest and best use of that $20 is to buy my stuff. But wait, that's not only it. Because what I also want is I also want you to spend 8 or 9 hours with me. And there are opportunity costs to those 8 or 9 hours. So I'm saying those 8 or 9 hours are better spent with my stuff than talking to your kids, going for a run, going out to dinner, taking a nap. And so
starting to learn a new language.
I'm asking a lot. And so I have to really, so when I think about that, it's like, that's the promise that I'm making to readers. And I have to really deliver and over deliver on that promise. And what's frustrating to me as a reader is how many books don't deliver on that. So I think about that explicitly. So that's sort of like the macro promise is that basically what I'm saying is that the money and time that you spend on my books is going to be valuable. Trust me that when you get to the end of those 8 hours, you're going to say, man, I'm glad I spent those 8 hours with Pink, or I'm glad I spent the $20 on that book because it was better than spending it on 4 lattes or, on a new pair of shoelaces. So that's it. But there's also a micro promise there is that sometimes when I'm stuck in writing that I will say, let's say, oh my God, why is this chapter so hard to write? And I think, okay, what's the promise this chapter is making? And so I think about it at a micro level too, which is like, what's the promise this chapter is making? This chapter is, I have a chapter on, let's say in this book on anticipating regret. Okay. So the promise that I'm making is that by the end of this chapter, you're going to understand what it means to anticipate your regrets and how you can anticipate your regrets more effectively. And anything in that chapter that's not in the service of that promise probably doesn't deserve to be there.